Hello, guys. Happy New Year and welcome back to my channel. Let's talk cricket. So, the Border Gavaskar Trophy is over. India has lost it by 3-1, and Australia has clinched the trophy after long wait of 10 years. Can you believe it? Australia winning a trophy back after 10 years from India, which in itself is a great achievement. Anyways, the results were as expected. However, when India won the first test, they raised a lot of expectations for Indian fans. But as the series progressed, the difference was quite clear between the two sides. And the biggest difference for me was Australia's bowling and India's bowling. Only and only Jasprit Bumrah kept India in hand till fifth test, to be frank. Otherwise, it's the difference because even the Australian batting and Indian batting were having their own troubles. So nothing much to choose between them there. But of course, in the last half of the series, Steve Smith also came back in form, and they found right combination. I guess Australia found right combination uh, from Melbourne Test. That's what made the difference. Apart from their bowling lineup, all three bowlers in every test were, as a group, superior to our bowling lineup. Besides Bumrah, I don't think so. Anybody was able to actually maintain that pressure, that kind of pressure, and that's the reason I believe we lost. Even though we had great chances in all the test matches, in every test we had the chance to keep the trophy with us. To be frank, right from that disastrous fifth day, second session, uh, sorry, third session, in fact, after tea in Melbourne, where Rishabh Pant had a brain fade moment, and and later the Indian team crumbled under pressure. And of course, Australia seized that moment. In this entire series, I feel Australia seized the right moments at the right time, and then they never let the pedal off. As far as India is concerned, after Rohit Sharma got back into the team, the momentum was lacking, spirit was lacking. I feel he himself, because of his lack of form, his thinking also suffered, and I don't think so. Though he was thinking in a right frame of mind, the decisions they made. Even with Gautam Gambhir and overall team selection was questionable, quite questionable for last couple of tests. See, when you had a great opportunity, nobody gave you a chance that after Brisbane, India will be one all in the series. Whereas the series was catered to make Australia at least 2-0 by the time we reach Melbourne. But but somehow after Brisbane, in fact, from the second test onwards, we lost the momentum. We lost that fighting. We did not lose the fighting spirit, but we the body language was slowly dropping. Only Bumrah kept us throughout the series, and unfortunately, in Sydney on that third day, he was not able to bowl, which made a big difference. I guess if he would have been there, we still had a chance to square up the series. Yeah, Australians were scared of him, and they had great relief when they heard that Bumrah is not taking the field, and somehow uh, that relief turned into turned basically that relief gave them the confidence that they can get to that total. But believe me, if Bumrah would have been there, this would have been difficult for them, as a lot of their own players and their teammates himself were telling after the match that if Bumrah would have been there, then it would have been a different story. Anyways, so I think our selection criteria from third test onwards was quite ridiculous. I mean, if you are saying that you want part-time all-rounders, basically you want all-rounders who can bowl, who can bat a bit, so that you can strengthen your batting. That itself is showing how much confident you are with your top order. They certainly were not confident, and I think they should have taken five bowlers, pure batsman and pure bowler, four bowlers, pure bowlers, six batsmen including Rishabh Pant, and one all-rounder. That should have been the combination. But unfortunately, they thought that Washington Sundar will fill that space, or Ravindra Jadeja will fill that space, or even Reddy. he's new. Yeah. You cannot say that every match he will perform. And even the opposition work out when they realize how you play. Normally they try to work out in the next matches, like the way we worked out Constas. Bumrah worked out Constas. So that's how it is. So after that 100, I still think they should have gone with four regular bowler, one all rounder like Jadeja or Reddy, and should have purely played four fast bowlers in that signators, because the pitch was green. It was not nowhere. It gave an indication that it will turn somewhere. They should have gone either with like four fast bowler and Jadeja, or four fast bowler with Reddy itself, with someone. Uh, Someone would have tweaked their arm a bit, like Jaiswal or some Rohit Sharma himself, if they want to just bowl 3 4 overs of spin. Anyways, Washington Sundar hasn't bowled at all in the second inning, and barring last 1 or 2 over, I think. And the first inning also he was underused. In Melbourne also he was underused. So I saw no logic in that, that you are trying to pick players who can bowl and bat a bit, and then you are uh, neither complete in any one of the department. You are lacking already in batting. You reduced one batter. Thought that all-rounder will do that requirement, but none of the pitches in Australia were spin friendly this time, and playing two spinners back to back, or in fact from Brisbane, it was from Melbourne. Sorry, for last two tests was, and I mean I see no logic behind that decision. So they failed there. And to sum up, Australian bowling as a group was better than Indian bowling. Batting somehow was equal. That's why the contest was there up to the fifth test. And as far as Australia's combination was concerned, they also took chances. They threw something different at Indians in terms of Constance in Melbourne, and that certainly worked for them. And even in the fifth test, they just got Bew Webster in place of Webster in place of Mitch Marsh, which turned out to be a very good move. Mitch Marsh was obviously short of form, and I said in my previous video, okay, I will be very surprised if he play Sydney Test, and he didn't. And Bew Webster certainly played beautifully. He bowled what was required from him. He bowled tight lines and gave no room to Indians. And I think that is it. For India, I think Yashasvi Jaiswal is a big plus. When he went to Australia, everybody thought that he play a lot on the rise, on the up shots, which will lead to him getting dismissed in Australia. However, he overcame that. He adjusted pretty well, and by the end of the series, he was like highest run getter for India. No surprise for me. Yeah, he played brilliantly in that Melbourne Test. To be uh, to be frank, he looked apart from the others. Uh, but none of the batters were consistent enough. Even Rahul lost his form after that reshuffling changes and those things. Rohit and Virat, I don't have to say anything more now. Already so many things has been said in previous week or so. I can't understand Virat Kohli. He looks good till the time he adjusts that outside of. I don't know what is happening with him. Probably he's in mindset that once he get one shot, and then his innings will start flowing. But no, it is not happening like that. He has to leave those balls. He has to do the hard work. Here, they both have to actually play a lot of balls. Maybe play Ranji. I don't know. I don't think so. They will, but ideally they should. That is where you can practice your long-term innings. So, so that's it. I think for Border Gavaskar Trophy. Uh, it was a good series, though. However, if our batsmen would have performed better, then we would have easily could have said drew the series, or may even have won the series. But none of the batsmen, lack of runs and lack of bowling support to Bumrah, led to this uh, loss. Anyways, uh, let's hope for better next year, or next visit whenever they go to Australia, maybe in 28 or something. Uh, and now what? So now England is coming to India for 5 T20s and 3 ODIs. So it's one of two, right? I don't know what we are going to achieve in this tour, because yesterday when they selected the team, only good thing is Shami is back. and we have the injury concern of Bumrah now. So when Shami comes back, Bumrah is not there. When Bumrah comes back, Shami is not there. So I don't know when both of them will be fit to play together. I hope I don't see Bumrah playing at all till Champions Trophy, and I have heard that he may not be available at all in Champions Trophy. That will be a big blow for India. So as far as Bumrah is concerned, he has a back swelling or something, which is not a good sign. Takes 30 to 40 days to recover, and any injury to fast bowler is never a good sign. I hope Shami performs in Bumrah's place, and rest of the team is more or less same. Uh, T20 India's T20 is not a problem at the moment. We have won 90% of our matches in last 3 4 months or last 6 months maybe after World Cup. So there the form has not dipped at all. With Surya Kumar and all these youngsters, they are doing really well, fantastic. Well, I hope they continue to do so and beat England at home. And ODIs, only three ODIs. I'm not sure what is the future of ODIs for Champions Trophy. Three ODIs, will that be sufficient? I don't think so. It's a one-off tour again, and I mean we are playing in Dubai, which is again a slow, and I don't know if dew is there, it will be a difficult uh, ball game to play in Dubai. They are not great. They don't have the great pitches. What as far as India is concerned, we like good fast pitches where ball comes on the bat, whereas in Dubai it is more like slow and sluggish. And if dew is there, then the chasing team will always have upper hand. And without Bumrah, I think it will be a tough chance. So let's see how it goes next week. We are from 22nd Jan onward till February 10th. I think we will be into England series. Let's see what happens in T20 series. And once T20 series is over, we will review this series uh, with in terms of Mohammad Shami, how he bowled, and in terms of all the youngsters, how they are performing. So do join me again after England and India T20 series. I hope you like this content. For more such content, do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Let's talk cricket. See you guys.